Okay, the next sample is the false French seam. I'm reading my book that has this on page 40. And I went ahead and started and I just did the plain seam. So there's a little video about that where you thread trace your stitch line, you baste them together, and then you take it to the sewing machine, sew it together, and then you take out your base stitches. So that is where I'm at. I have my plain seam already completed. The next step is to trim your seam allowance. So it's about, they said, 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch. Okay. And then we're going to take our little seam allowances and we are going to actually fold them inside. Ooh, it's teeny. Okay, so perhaps I can walk this over to the iron. Or I can just start with a finger press. Let's see how this goes. So folding them in. Another interesting thing about this type of French seam is that we started with right sides together. Your traditional French seam, you actually start with wrong sides together, and then you flip it and construct it with right sides together. But this one, we didn't do that. We just went straight to right sides together. Okay. Here we go. I think some pins is definitely going to be okay. Once you have the seam allowance folded and pinned together, then the next step is to actually baste it down. Now that it's basted, I can actually go ahead and put some slip stitches around the edge of the folds to secure them together. And then I will remove the basting when I'm done. So I'm kind of slipping it through the fold, and then I come out the other end and catch the other seam allowance. So there's my threads out. Where it came out, I go right across to the fold on the right, kind of slip it through, and I come out at an angle and catch the little fold on the left side as well. So it kind of makes almost like a little ladder of stitches there. So again, where my stitch came out, I'm kind of sliding it through, slipping it through the fold, jabbing it out through the other side, and pull my thread. And once you are finished with the slip stitch, you can just go ahead and remove that basting stitch, leave in your original plain stitch. We don't need the baste anymore. Okay, there you have it. It's your false French seam.